supposed to go. He did a thumbs.
He did a thumbs. I don't know. He's just changed the. Normally it's an action, but this time it's a thumbs.
Just thumbs. What is
cool.
he doing?
So welcome to our channel. We
Die
Rolling. Yes, professional as ever. And so today on our channel, as you can see from the title description above, we are doing Kingdomino versus
Queendomino.
So these are games that have been out for a long time. And you may be thinking little box versus big box. Big box has got to be better, right? So this is the original game that obviously won the
Spiel. Come on, please pronounce it.
Spiel des Jahres.
That'll do.
Spiel des Jahres.
Will, could you just kind of dub over his voice and actually have the real Spiel des Jahres, please?
Yeah.
Spiel des Jahres.
This one didn't win it.
This one didn't win.
Didn't win any awards.
But one of the nice things, and since then they brought out expansions, and they've also brought out another game, or just announced another game, which we will be bringing to the channel.
Is that Prince Domino?
Yes, it is.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I believe so. Will, please check. Fact check.
Yes, so, could you also dub out what I've said and put the actual real thing in there?
So one of the neatest things about this game is if you do this and you line them up. And also, they're not necessarily versus because you can bring both of the games and combine them into one big game.
What?
But we're not going to be talking about that today.
What?
We're going to be talking about whether you buy this on its own or you buy this on your own. Which one is going to give you better value for money in terms of game content and play.
That was Queendomino and
Kingdomino versus. So, just to point out, you may have noticed that we're pulling out of a
domino tower.
A domino tower, and that came from the expansion Age of Giants. We weren't using any of the components from the game apart from the tower because it's cool and I like it.
Yeah, and I don't know how much that actually helped because if you see on the video Will with his clawed, gnarled hands trying to claw out the domino cards, it's very, very tricky.
You can do it from the box, but I found that more awkward actually than playing with
maybe
that.
We should do a video of Will trying to claw the cards out of
maybe.
that, and then out of the dice, the domino tower maybe. Cool, so right, let's talk about the first game we played, shall we?
So we played Queendomino first, and I think that's important because it's probably good to play that as a fresh, because it's a heavier game in the sense there's more bits going on, versus this one which is a much lighter version of the same game, less components.
Okay.
So
I mean, I would have gone the other way because I would have gone, well, this is the base game and this adds a bunch of extra stuff. But I get what you're saying.
Well, I always think you go the heavier, then go to the lighter.
Go heavy or go home.
Go heavy, go home, right?
There we go.
Cool. So it's first time for you really playing Queendomino, and you played Kingdomino once.
Yeah.
So for the first time ever, I'm in the luxurious position of having played these games quite a lot. Kingdomino more than Queendomino. Yeah. But yeah, so what were your initial thoughts?
So are we just talking about Queendomino now?
Queendomino.
So Queendomino, I really enjoyed it. It's a lot more strategic. You've got a lot more options, but there was quite a lot of options from the offset. But yeah, it's a longer game, and there's more strategy involved. So that's a bonus for me. I enjoy casual games, but I like games which have a bit more thinking, but not too much thinking.
So, when you're saying the basic premise of both the games, and explain what makes Queendomino more strategic than
Sure.
King.
So in regular Kingdomino, you are basically just laying these different terrain tiles out, and they've got different terrain on each one, potentially.
Yeah.
And then you just have to lay them out so they're all next to each other, and then you score depending on how many of those terrain tiles have a particular crown on. That's really poorly
Yeah,
described.
so you've got some different, you've got forest, you've got fields, you've got sea, you've got water, you've got desolate wasteland, you've got caves.
Yes.
And in Queendomino they add building sites, effectively, or buildings or towns, as they're called. And you score on those by the number of those you have in squares, times by the number of crowns. So you might have 5 in a territory and 2 crowns, so 2 times 5 is 10, and that would be worth 10 points. Where Queendomino then adds an extra set of value on that is that you can build buildings, and those buildings give you the ability to get money through using your knights to go and gather.
Yes, so there's those knights, that's an additional component. You put the knights in there, they get coins, and if you have enough towers,
you get the queen, and if you get the queen, you get an advantage in terms of purchasing, and also there's the ability to, with a small gotcha element, where you can use the dragon if you pay 1 coin to remove tiles from the game that you perhaps don't want others to use.
Another thing to note as well is those building tiles you do build, they have additional scoring at the end of the game.
Absolutely. So in terms of the Queendomino, there's quite a lot going on, and it's quite more heavyweight in terms of what it is as a game. If you look at Kingdomino, obviously apart from the box sizes, this is just effectively the lightweight version of this. This is the original, and this is built upon it. But all you're doing really is building those territories up and scoring against those crowns. So in terms of time comparisons, this one here took a relatively quick 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes.
It says 15 on the box, and I'd say that's probably, once you know how to play the game, you could probably get through a couple of games of that.
This one took 45 minutes, but that included some learning time, because it's a game that I regularly don't play, and the additional rule components on the top just added that extra layer when you've got new players in that you have to explain that. In terms of the 2 games, they are the same game in premise, but they're very different, right?
This is like just an advanced version of this game.
Absolutely, but in terms of playability, this is a sort of a filler game.
Yeah.
This is the sort of game that you can turn up and you can go, well, while we're waiting for people to come, let's play
It's based in Kingdomino. Yeah, or a game you can play with your kids.
Absolutely. I have played this with my kids and they love it. I have not played this with my kids because there's too much strategy involved. There's too many variants in there that make it that little bit more complex. And so I think when you're looking at which is best, you need to be understanding which angle that you want to come from. So if you're looking maybe from the angle of a good family game that you want to play with younger kids, then I think this is going to win, right?
Yeah, what? Kingdomino.
Kingdomino, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think with this, like for some older children, this would win because there's more strategic elements in it. Yeah.
So which did you prefer?
So out of the 2, I preferred Queendomino, and that's down to the fact there was a lot more strategic options in there. Kingdomino feels a lot more like you're just playing with dominoes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, it's a fun game, but I think out of the 2, Queendomino is my preferred one because there's more strategic elements to it. Like, it was great hearing Will's soul just like escaping through his mouth every time you burnt the building you wanted to get.
Yeah.
That was quite fun.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. I think for me...
Yeah, how about you?
Well, do you know what? Like, this is my favourite game because it's so versatile. It's one that I take in my travel board game bag quite a lot because it's something I can play with family, friends, because it's easy to teach and you can play with younger kids. However, there is a caveat.
Caveat?
In my board game group, I prefer this game for the exact same reason that you do, that is a strategic game. That is a lot more heavier. While this is a great game, when you suddenly realise that basically you have to make the biggest territory with the most crowns and you'll win the game, then that's the secret. Then you're almost going to win, and then it's down to the luck of the dominoes that you're going to get out. So realistically, there's a certain amount of gameplay in that. It's fun, but this one for me
A lot more replayable, right?
A lot more replayability, a lot more strategic elements into it. Yeah, so for me, while this is a game I take with me regularly and play regularly for those reasons.
I mean, you're ranked, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're in the world top 10 at Kingdomino, so...
Yeah, number one in the world.
Okay.
This is the game that I would suggest for most people to go out and buy.
It was a lot closer scoring-wise as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the difference in score was I had something like 63 in this, and you had
36.
36.
Whereas this was like 80 and I had 78.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Will because he did so poorly. I mean, you saw him try and claw those cards out. He couldn't even hold his dominoes.
He tried really hard. So yeah, there's a lot in the depth of this game.
Yes.
And value for money, they're about the same price. I think, this is about 30 quid, that's about 40 quid. I think for an extra 10's difference or $15 or whatever it happens to be, I would buy that one.
Yeah.
In fact, I did buy that one.
Well, he did.
And I also bought this one. And I also bought this one. But anyway, I just enjoy the genre. I really enjoy the game. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think and Will didn't like either of them.
Which is surprising, really.
We found something Will doesn't.
Because Will likes, we've done quite a lot of reviews on this channel. And there are lots of games I've disliked. It's like a good 70% of the games I've enjoyed or sort of enjoyed or have really enjoyed, and 30% of them I've just been like, nope. Mainly around deck builder games, I'm like, it's a good game, but I wouldn't. It's not for me. And yours is even less. Yours is like
there's only like one game I don't really like. That's Fallout.
Yeah.
But most games I can enjoy.
But for Will not to like a game, that surprises me. So I think if you're like a deck builder, maybe this isn't for you.
I think it's down more to just Will's understanding of the rules. Or misunderstanding, maybe.
Yeah, or ability just to play tiles in a 5x5 grid.
Claw somehow.
So, anyway, look, and thank you for watching. I'm sure that we're going to get a load of comments from you guys.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I'm not so sure. I don't think you're brave enough to comment under here.
But I think if you do, and you think differently to us, or you want to tell us about perhaps the variant of merging and mashing the two games together.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be quite interested to see how this plays when you merge them.
Whether or not that's worth a play, please let us know. Tell us how you've got on. Maybe you feel differently. Maybe you think Kingdomino, the original game, is much better than Queendomino. As you see in this review, I flipped from one side back to the other and back again. So it's 50-50 for me. But yeah.
There's a nice definitive answer for you. 50-50.
50-50, but if you're going to buy it, buy Queendomino. And please make sure that you find us on our social media channels, which are
Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, which you are, please make sure you comment, like, and take that 2 seconds right now to subscribe.